Hi, this is Kajorno Oddity, doing a review for the iPad Pro 12.9 inch, and it's for a keyboard case. This one is from Logitech. It's the Slim Folio Pro. You see, it's written here slim. Let me show you something. Do you think that's slim? I think it's doubling the thickness. So don't call it slim, please. That's something that was bothering me. So this case, it's $170 Canadian. I'm going to put the American price. It's an alternative to the one from Apple. That's the one that's only magnetic and there's no protection. But this one has protection, so something I really wanted. Every corner is protected by a thick plastic. All the holes are there for speaker, charging port, speaker, microphone, for the pencil to charge. And it does charge. Sleep-wake does work. And there's even here on the flap, the magnetic flap to stay close. There's another way to put the pencil here, so it's more secure. So if you put your pencil there, put it in the bag, it's more secure than if you just leave it on the charging and only with the flap. So if you put it in your bag and you want to travel with it, it's going to be better. So what about the position? So let's see the first position here. You can hear the sound. It's very secure. If you do the shake test, shake and bake, it does not move. You can take your iPad and it will stay that way. I really like it. Other position, you have the keyboard that's on the other side. The keyboard will not work while the iPad is not on the standing position. So don't have to worry about it, but you have the keys there. And if you put it on a table or other surface, I don't really like that. But there's another way too. You can put it that way, so the keyboard is underneath the iPad, and it gives you a little angle here. So if you want to do your drawing and be an artist, that's perfect. Sorry about the voice. Sorry about that too. It's too hot today. You need to do that. So that's the position. I'm going to put it back here. And what about the keyboard? So the keyboard has many functions. You have a home button. So it goes back to home. It's a backlit keyboard. Maybe you don't see it, but it does work. So when you're in the dark, that's perfect. You have a search button. You have something to hide the keyboard and show it. And you have media, play, pause, forward, backward, the sound, like on the keyboard of the Mac. You can close to your device with that. You can pair it with Bluetooth. You pair it just once and then it's always paired. So that was not a problem. Even it's not charging with the Apple directly on the iPad. So that's okay. And for charging the case, it has a battery that lasts 3 months and it's USB-C that I really like, but there's no cable. So you have to use a cable from your iPad. It's okay, but it's kind of cheap. It's something I don't like, but I'm not going to cry about it. Or maybe, but not in front of you. And another thing I don't like, it's for the volume button and the open and closing of the iPad. It's very hard. You have to push very hard, so that's not fun. If you want to close the iPad, you have to hold both of them. So, but it's for the protection. So I like typing on the keyboard. The feel is very good. Good experience compared to the one from Apple that is like some kind of material. There was no function key on the one from Apple. This one has the function key. So it's a very good keyboard. I think it's the best, but on the downside, you have the weight. you have the thickness. This, I think it's thick like a MacBook Pro. So it's supposed to be an iPad, something very thin and light, and it's becoming like a portable device now, but like a computer. So it's not, you're turning it into a computer, not an iPad. Depends on what you want to do with it. If you're at home and you want to do like some video editing with LumaFusion, that's what I'm doing, practicing on LumaFusion with this keyboard. I do like to work. When you're sitting on the couch, you have that on yourself. It's very fun to use it, but it's thick, it's heavy, but there's some protection. So what I think it's the best case on the market for now. Depends on what you want. If you want lighter, you can go with the one from Apple, but you will not have protection. If you don't need a keyboard, don't buy this case, because it's going to be too much thickness. No, don't buy this. If you need a keyboard, you want a keyboard, I think it's the best, you go with that case. So thank you for listening. Oh, there's a cat here, no cat. And what do you want? You maybe want to type on the keyboard? No. So buy this keyboard if you want a case with a keyboard. I think it's the best. Thank you for listening, and see you later in another video. Bye. You say bye-bye? Bye. I'm trying to... no cat, go away. Need to close the video. They don't listen. I don't understand. See you later.